We call this the sleeping dragon. People phone me from town and they say, what's the dragon's mouth do? I'll say, well, the dragon's mouth is foaming or flat. I says, if it's foaming, it's good for surfing, and if it's not, it's flat, it's good for fishing. I was a logger and I used to work all up and down the coast, and I just thought Port Renfrew was the nicest little spot. I could have moved to Katina, but I liked it better here because there's less people and more real people. They're full of loggers and fishermen. Life was fun there. The pub was rocking. You can go down and get a good meal. And people were making lots of money, lived in beautiful places, and you had lots of fun. You worked like a dog. That was what it was all about, right? You always wanted to get more loads loaded on the truck than the other guy did, right? A bigger tree, or more shake blocks. Oh yeah, basically it took them 50 years to log this area the first time, and they've just done it for the third time, and it took them 2 years. They use all machinery, so you don't need all those people out of the bush. There used to be 1,000 people living in this town.
Whenever anybody leaves town, it's hard, and we were always sad to see people go, for sure.
A lot of the guys aren't working because of being snowed out, and you know, none of the tourist-based industries are doing anything.
For jobs, you know, it's like you take off your hard hat and you put on your baker's hat, or you know, it's a lot of people work different things throughout the year here to make a go of it.
I think I'm one of the longest living residents here, and like I can't live here anymore. I can't make a living here. Just getting worse and worse every year. I mean, I could make a living here, but not doing what I want to do. You know, it's just different. It just changed.
Everything's going completely tourism based. Big on the sport fishing, that's the driving force right now. I do eco tours. There's an incredible amount of geography just in this one little valley into the top of these ridges. Diverse as everything Canada's southernmost alpine. We've got a tidal saltwater estuary here that goes for miles up the river. You know, you wake up, have your morning coffee, you walk along the river. Well, there's otters and stuff there.
Surfing is something, you know, that's increasingly popular in this area, and I like helping people out, and they help me out by giving me boards to fix and making boards for people, but it's not a mainstay staple, and it's nice to be that way. It's nice to preserve kind of the low-key, local attitude.
Once we're done, and probably in the next month or so, we'll start up. It'll be a vacation rental property initially, but one of us will be here pretty much full-time to run it year-round. So being part of the community is very important to us.
Okay. I'm here, come in. What up, man?
Major reno, huh? I didn't realize that this is what you guys were doing. No, I've been up here before, but never when it was all torn apart.
Yeah. Yeah,
I thought it wasn't too bad.
It's not.
But
we got a lot of work ahead of us.
You actually know the people that live beside you, and you know the people that run the store, and you know the people that do everything in town. And the greatest thing is that the people here said, hey, listen, come out and tell us who you are, and you know, if we like you, we'll let you stick around. If you're a jackass, you know, you can pretty much hit the road.
Clamor, what night are you making dinner?
Clammy's really bad for that.
Oh. Is he?
He does one thing really well. He does a salmon pie.
Thank you. Thanks. Is everything for you, Mike?
Yeah, for now.
You know, you get bored if you don't have fun. And you know perfectly well that by the time summer comes, there isn't a whole lot of time for having fun, so you better do it now.
We don't want to promote and sell this place to tourism without realizing that then we become a servant to that, what we've created, basically. we do as the people that live here have some control over the direction in the future that this area takes. But then I guess you could say that somebody from somewhere else will probably come in and do something with that if there's an opportunity for business.
It's really amazing that it hasn't been discovered just yet. I mean, if you look around in the wintertime, there's almost no one here. We're not just going to be focusing on ourselves and our own real estate. We feel that helping the town thrive is really going to help us thrive. And so we're focusing a lot of our marketing efforts on just general community development and growth.
They didn't have to tell anybody about anything. They didn't tell them there was a public trail here. People have been using this trail for years, but haven't seen the no trespassing signs come up yet, so I guess we're all right.
Most people here are pro-development. They just kind of like to have a say in what's going on, and it's our backyard. Yeah, you're welcome to come share this, but yeah, have some consideration.
I guess they must have the whole crew going crazy. Oh well, change is change. They're going to be putting in the lots. Some of the first part that they're doing is putting in lots right behind my house. And I'm one of those people that's a little like Ray. I'm not real happy about being woken up by chainsaws at 7 in the morning.
Daily ritual, hey? Especially this winter.
We haven't been forced to change. There are people that want it, there are people that don't want it. But it's inevitable. So it's kind of either involve yourself in the process or remove yourself, or be ambivalent and watch it happen.
And that's the same thing that we're seeing in the Kootenays too. Everybody does come build, and all of a sudden there's no integrity left in the place, right? All you have is people that spend 2 weeks a year there, right? It's their vacation home. They live somewhere else.
That's why we need to have control over the developers, to be able to say, we need 10% or we need 20% to be turned into affordable housing, so that there is still a community base here. There is something here. Otherwise,
well, you need it because those are the people that work at the shops,
that's
and those
right.
are the people that work
that
at
run
the restaurants.
The restaurants. That's right. I know.
Without that,
don't have much.
If it's just rich people, there's nobody to support the community. Which is, again, why it's nice to come in, and I think Rob and I in this community, there's lots of people that work. There's people that want work. There's, so it's going to be, for us, I'm excited because.
Now the problem is the opposite for us. There's enough work, but there's nowhere to live.
Right.
Thomas and I have been part of the community for a while now and have developed these relationships, and then when everyone heard that we were leaving, they didn't take it too well. Not that we do anything extra special for it, but just having the presence of people and younger people too, and the hope of families starting here, and yeah. So yeah, they didn't want to see us go, but yeah, if there would have been land here in Port Renfrew, we would have stayed. We would have bought land here.
I've got my house for sale and I'm ready to move on up to somewhere. I still love the place and I'll always be coming back. You can never move out of here. but just time to go. It's not the wild, wild west anymore.